of Wiisdom here, 2:25 in the morning, April 4th, 2017. Got hard-boiled Flare Wolf here. I gotta say, he does grow on you, but again, the glaring weakness to me, just as it is with the physical figure, untapped potential of the bazooka. Flames, dragon, ornate design, something of it should have been colored, and it would have looked so much better. If you missed his introduction, a bit disappointing. Not only does he have the same health as standard Flare Wolf, he has the exact same attributes. Power, armor, speed, and luck. All the same across the board. Kind of buzzkilled about that, but he is hilarious. He's a ton of fun. We're going to upgrade him. So I debated about doing all of them in the same video. I don't think we will. I think I'll break it down. That way we'll sort of be able to stack the videos better. I can put this one in sort of as an in-between deal. But so, where we're at, rockets away. We press X to fire exploding rockets from our launcher. It'll do 29 to 44. Let me get my handy-dandy spreadsheet pulled back up here. It's essentially spammable. It's not like with the quick-fire nature of, say, Trigger Happy, but it's also significantly more damage with a successive rate, we will say. The jump attack, very unfortunately, is just jumping and shooting the bazooka. I had all kinds of crazy ideas in my head, but hey, live and learn. Secondary attack is ride the rocket. Press B to take a ride on your rocket launcher. This will do 23 to 35. And let's go ahead and get started here. We're going to get cranking with loop-de-loop. 500 is the price, and what this is going to allow us to do is rockets now do a loop-de-loop while holding X. Loop-de-loop rockets create a defensive fire trail around you and do more damage. Now, don't get cranky. Is Windows wanting to do updates or something? I'm going to have to monitor this closely, make sure we don't start dropping frames or something stupid. I have done Flare Wolf's base, so I kind of know the ins and the outs. You do too, if you religiously watch the channel, and I hope that you do. Because where else will you learn about Skylanders? Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at this. Pop back up here. Nice Persephone. Gotta say, I thought we'd have run into Marcia by now. This is the standard rocket, right? 29 to 44. Let me get you a look at it from the side. The rocket does look good in green. I'll give it that. But now if we hold X,
my friends,
it's pretty sweet, right? It's basically fires it, and then it's, up, and away, circles behind him. Very cool thing. How I logged it last time, it's still 29 to 44, but the rocket shield, which is sort of like that, I guess the trail of fire from the rocket, is going to be 32 to 48, and then the loop-de-loop rocket itself will deal 76 to 114. So you can see the 76, 114. I was hoping I could move, but you can't. Let's get two of these guys in here to showcase a little better. So when I shoot, you can see the 32 there, and the 76. So I think it makes sense. Basically, the arc of the rocket is going to be what they're calling the shield, So 32 to 48 there, and then 76 to 114 on the impact. And the analog stick is still wigging out. That's great.
What's this? Who cares?
Alright, next up is the tertiary attack. This is important to pay attention to because the path we're going to take, hard-boiled down, is fun with flames, and it's going to revolve largely around the bazooka. Flamethrower effect, if you will. So 700 is the price. It is totally worth it. Hold Y to discover a hidden flamethrower in your rocket launcher. Yes, please. So, of course, we got the rocket. If you hold it, you do this. Let me showcase a secondary. Oh, dang it. Secondary attack for you. We'll let him come right up on us. 23 to 35. We go through it, but you have to be aware there is the knockback there too. Now the thing is, if I press Y, we get this. As you can see, it's pretty ridiculous, right? The way it works, you probably saw that 13. That's what I call the initial burst. Like he spins it around and there's sort of that flare up, which you would think would do more damage. I guess the heat isn't as concentrated yet or something. 13 to 20 on that. and then 15 to 23 perpetually. So pay attention for the 13 to 20 here. And then the rest of the time it's 15 to 23. We can walk it forward and pin enemies. The main thing is you can rotate 360 degrees while moving. And I've got to say, we made the right choice. Look how incendiarily evil. I don't even know if that's phrased correctly, but he just looks like a madman. And yet he's decked out in like the Alt-Deco color scheme for an Easter character. There's something special about that combination. I don't know what it is, but it tugs at the old heartstrings, I gotta say. So let's come in here. And again, the great thing is by taking Fun with Flames with Hardboiled, we get to amplify that greatly. And I can't wait to see how it turns out.
Number of fire starters.
It's gonna be so
Too
good.
numerous to count.
All right, now this is very cool too. What I'm hoping for secretly on a personal, whoa, that was my fault. That was me setting the controller down on my shorts. Trip to the Moon. I am hoping that the parachute is Easter colored. I doubt that it is, but secretly that's what I hope for, like pastel purple and green or something. So hold B to launch yourself in the air and parachute down. And then the catch is while doing that, we get an offensive ability, which is press X to fire critical hit rockets down on your enemies. 900 is the price. Once again, worth every penny. I said it with the original upgrades on Flarewolf. This is one of the most fun series of upgrades I'd done on a character in forever. Such a cool character in my opinion. Not gonna have the numbers of say Graveclobber, who's just a beast down either path, but very fun nonetheless. So again, our secondary attack looks like that. You know, we cover really good range actually. Let's showcase that before we hold down. So if I stand here at the edge of our stairs,
Rocket launch.
yeah, you get the idea. Now catch this one though. If I hold B, woohoo! Now the sad thing is, and I think I covered this last time, you would think it would be kind of like a glide effect, like in Minecraft, right? You know, where you can kind of like just, if I wanted to go across the river to the staircase, I could glide with the chute. It's basically just strictly a vertical axis type of a deal. You're going to go straight up vertical and straight down vertical. So wherever this terminates the momentum, you go up at that point and you go down at that point. You can do that to evade enemies. You can do that because you accidentally hold down too long. Case in point, I've been holding B the entire time. I release here and it's still the same concept. So the thing is though, if you recall, we can use the X button and do that. You can't really see it very well, but essentially what you need to know with Trip to the Moon, you parachute down for roughly 4 seconds, and that allows us to get essentially 1 shot per second, so 4 shots in total, and they're at a critical hit of, you guessed it, the standard attack damage, 29 to 44, so 44. So basically, if we do this correctly, hold B, 1, 2, 3, 4. We would do 44, 44, 44, 44, 88 2 times would be 160, 160, 176. And that's as good as it's going to get because they're all critical. So now the fun part is putting that into motion. Let's get 2 of these guys here, and we're going to rocket up. You can see the crits there, so that's pretty cool. Rocket in. And it does hone in fairly well. You kind of have to crank it sometimes, but as you can see, we took him out and he was off to the side. So he does tend to want to shoot straight down, but again, it will kind of, like I said, hone in on the target, and you got a little bit of a radius there you can work with, so that's beneficial to us. But that's that, man. That is our third base upgrade. That means we got 1 more to go. We're making record time here. In part because we know it, in part because it's cool, in part because I really want to get this guy down Fun with Flames. Right here, this is called Firecrackers. It's 1200, it's the final base upgrade. Rockets now drop firecrackers on enemies, dealing damage over time. So, let's pick this bad boy up, and dun 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 dun. That's right, we're at the points. If you want to see Roman Candle, Sparklers, and Flame and Shine, check out Flarewolf's base, or I'm sorry, Greatest show in Skylands upgrade path that we did with standard Flare Wolf. Tons of fun on that path. However, there's just something special about taking an Easter Skylander and combining it with a pyrotechnic flamethrower that's going to draw me this direction. So, that said, we got to take a look at Firecrackers. It's kind of, if I remember right, it was sort of hard to showcase. Let's try to come down here, see if we can do it better. Isn't it weird not having like all your little legendary treasures and magic items to get money from? I've still never quite adjusted to that. Anyway, I did buy it, right? I think. You'll see it in the damage, so yeah. Instead of doing 29 to 44, it's now doing a whole bunch of 3s and a whole bunch of 5s, right? I did count this out, and I think the most I ever saw was 9 of them. So 3x9, 27, 5x9, 45, some combination of 27 to 45 on top of your 29 to 44. So it's a nice addition, I have to say. And despite the 29 to 44 being standard, it basically cuts our kill streak or kill time down in half. So where we used to have to do 29, 29, 29, 29, time after time to kill these dummies, now you've got the 29 in conjunction with the 27, and obviously that's almost doubling. So essentially, with almost doubling, we're almost cutting in the kill time in half. And that's a big deal. That said, we have taken Hard-Boiled Flare Wolf through his base upgrades here. This might be the quickest we've done one in a long time, man. Only 11 minutes. Look at us go. What's wrong in the world? I don't know. Must be coming to an end pretty soon. Still, something I love I haven't touched on is the flame footprints. Very cool stuff. Nonetheless, I'm going to end it here. We're going to take this guy down the bottom path. Fun with flames. We're going to have a Easter-themed Flare Wolf with a flamethrower. And I just love the prospect of that. Oneofwisdom.com is my personal website. SkylanderClub.com is the forum. What am I talking about the forum? It's something I created, I run it, I made it for Portal Masters like yourself. If you sign up and I don't activate your account, don't take it personally. I don't have a lot of free time to devote to it. Just leave me a comment on a video or Twitter and say, hey, I signed up, activate my account, nut guy, and I'll do it for you. That said, you do not have to be signed up to vote in the polls. Polls such as, which Flare Wolf do you like better and why? Standard or hard-boiled? Which airstrike do you like better? Easter Skylander Showdown, Egg Bomber Airstrike versus Hard-Boiled Flare Wolf. This is the type of stuff I find interesting. Back when Blogger functioned correctly with their polls, like 2011, 2012, we would do the Skylander poll battles, right? SSA and Giants, Castaways versus Newlanders. We'd get thousands of votes. This was back before my channel was buried by the really about 1 to 2 people that do Skylanders and are in partnerships now. But we'd get thousands and thousands of votes in those, and it was so fun. And take the time, man, because like I said, you do not have to be registered. You can vote if you're like, you know what, this guy is so much better than standard Flare Wolf. Vote from your phone, vote from your computer, vote from your tablet, vote from your wife's phone, vote from your parents' phone, vote from your friend's phone. Tell your friends to go vote. Spread the word and make it fun. If you got a poll battle and it's like, 8 to 9 or 8 to 5 or something like that, that's not quite as exciting if it's like, 412 to 439. You know what I'm saying? We also get a much more accurate sampling there. Typically, once you get like 10 to 20 votes, you're going to see that thing, project out roughly the same. But that's still such a small sample. Your next 30 votes, it could swing the other way like, 25 to 5 and radically change the outcome. So, again, the more people we get involved, the better. If I had more time, I would make standalone videos for those on the Skylander Club forum. It's something I've been wanting to do. I've just been very busy. So that's one of those things. But take advantage of that, man. Have some fun with it. The reason I put the polls there again is because Blogger loses all of the freaking poll data. It like ruins everything. So that's the story on that one. But hey, nonetheless, I can't wait to get this guy down his path. So I'm going to end the video here. Make sure you're following me on Twitch and Beam. Those are the two places that I stream. If you're curious about the Skylander setup here, research, introductions, a couple other things are all recorded, you know, me in studio, if you will. The gameplay itself is live streamed, so if you want to see it live before it goes on YouTube, follow me on Twitch, follow me on Beam, follow me on Twitter. Regardless of which one I stream on, I tweet before I go live, unless I forget, which I don't usually. Sometimes I have the tweet ready to go, but I wait until I'm live and then I forget, and I tweet it, you know, 30 minutes in or something. But regardless, those three outlets, that'll keep you up to date with everything I'm doing. Also currently streaming through Breath of the Wild. I'm debating, particularly now since I'm in a more comfortable chair, some of the stuff, like there hasn't been a Wiisdom Plays Minecraft video in quite some time, yet I'm grinding my butt off trying to create something to upload for you. I'm considering, and again, a lot of this comes down to my internet and the bandwidth, and they get cranky when you get to like 80% and they slow your speeds down, and it's a horrible company, and I wish I didn't have to use them, but there's no other options. They have a monopoly, and somehow people don't think that's a bad thing. It's, long story short, if I can, I might start streaming some Minecraft stuff. It wouldn't always be super exciting. It might just be, hey, I'm currently at bedrock level and I'm going to clear out a 500 by 500 area. Let's do it, type of a thing. It would basically just be a chance for you to chat. You could be playing your own games in the background, keeping tabs on the stream or something. But might do that. Again, a lot of it comes down to the internet. Breath of the Wild, I planned to get back to that. I was going to do it tonight. I was just too tired, and I've kind of woken myself up here. But one of the reasons I haven't done it is I need to highlight like 4 hours of the stream, like part 2, if you will, and I haven't like convinced myself that, hey, I'm going to go take 3 hours of my life tonight and highlight a 4-hour stream. So that's the hold up there. I think, people now on Twitch can clip things, and I don't know if y'all did that, if I can then upload it direct to YouTube like I do if I highlight it or not. I might have somebody test that out for me or something. Because if one of y'all did that, that would just be freaking fantastic. And I think you can do it live too. So like if I was starting the stream and somebody clip, and then, or I get like 30 minutes in and we completed a shrine and it's like a break point, someone could clip it, and then if I could export that, that would be ideal. And yes, I would give you credit. And whether you want a Twitch channel, a YouTube channel, a Twitter, whatever recognition you want, I would gladly provide it for you. I might test that out. I don't know. My nephew, Tim, is like super Breath of the Wild, man. He might do it. Julia, Ominex, somebody. Dark Taco King, Flazing. I think someone would at least try it. We can see what it does. But yeah, long story short there, Skylanders Imaginators, all the raw gameplay is actually live streamed. I've been doing that I kind of did it the first time, I guess a little before people were ready for it with Swap Force, I think. And I don't know if that was a great decision on my part. I was kind of ahead of the game, but at the same time, when people aren't ready for something, you sort of suffer the consequences. And so my thoughts were, hey, this is going to be awesome. Everyone can be there and watch it in real time and have a good time. And the people that did. But then, people are like, why don't you have this on YouTube? It's like, well, I'm live streaming it. And it's like, what? So live streaming was really, really big, and it never, even now with Imaginators, I don't think Twitch even has like official artwork for it, so that kind of gives you an idea, I guess, where this genre or franchise stands in that regard. But for the longest time, I was like one of the only people that would even stream Skylanders. But then, of course, with like YouTube streaming, a lot of people just started doing it. Then it's become, when I was doing it initially, it was like an involved process, right? You couldn't just have your console on and push a button and do it, which huge. Now, I mean, pretty much anyone can broadcast whatever, but when I started it, it was a bit of an endeavor. And we've gotten the video up to 20 minutes, so let's end it. OneOfWisdom.com, SkylanderClub.com, Twitch, Twitter, Beam, you know the drill. I'm going to go upgrade this guy. I hope you're enjoying him. I hope this path is going to be truly fun. I've got high hopes for it. It should be fantastic, given his Easter Alt-Deco color scheme here. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts. I'll catch you back here for more Skylanders research.